The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of the host, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. That even includes you, Poppy. What up, y'all? It's your boy, Brian Forbes. We are in the building. It is time for Inside Steppin in the house.
You're supposed to say Inside Steppin.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Inside
How about I let you do that? All right, y'all. Tonight, I have a co-host. I have the producer lady in the building, hanging out, kicking it. I'm gonna let her do her thing a little bit tonight. Y'all know what I'm saying. What's happening? C1's in the building. Linda Sanders, I see you. Thank you for coming through. What's up, Dallas Brown? I see you peeking in there. I see you peeking around the corner, Dallas Brown. What's happening?
Dallas is full of life right now. he just came back from.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that. So y'all, tonight we're not gonna. We ain't how they say how the new thing they saying now. I ain't gonna hold you. We ain't gonna hold you.
Oh,
We gonna talk about what we gonna talk about, but we ain't gonna hold you. We just gonna chop it up about a few little current events and some things going on. A couple of little topics. Nothing heavy tonight. We're gonna keep it real light and real airy. You dig? And we even gonna address some of your concerns if you have any. And we're gonna do it like that. But right quick before I go any further, let me give my traditional shout out to my man Tim Jones, y'all. Tim Jones in the building. Wonderful music that y'all hear when this show comes on every week. My man Tim Jones produced that song for me. And it's a banger. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna raid Tim Jones' locker and see if I can steal some more music from him one of these days. Yeah, you heard me, Tim. I'm coming for you. I'm coming to get some of that stuff, man. See what I'm saying? Anyway.
Hey, Linda Sanders, Linda Brooks, Dallas, C1.
So this week they had the white party in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Now normally y'all we there, not this week.
I know we've been there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. A lot of people be like, "Well, they ain't seen us on the set." Y'all, I've been in school, and plus I said we was gonna, kind of cut back our schedule this year, which we have, and I'm kind of glad. And it's funny because Poppy just said the other day, she's like, "Dang, you know how much money we've saved?" So yeah, there's that. And y'all, I'm in the last 2 weeks of my classes, so I'm. Hey Slim, what's up, baby?
Hey Wanda.
I'm in the last couple of weeks of my classes, y'all, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Things have gone well, so I haven't really told too many people about that. But that's partly why we've been off the set. We've been kind of incognito for a little while, and we're gonna be back in the game.
I was in school. I was still able to kick it. I even took schoolwork with me sometimes.
What you trying to say?
How men and women can't handle.
Well, you could have ran the show. Was you gonna run the show?
Nope.
Exactly. Anyway, as I was saying,
y'all ladies,
they know what? What they know?
Nothing. The ladies know what I'm talking about.
What they know? Oh, okay. So what's understood? That's what you're trying to say? Okay. Anyway, so 1st of August, coming around here in August, we'll be back on the road, moving around, making some things happen.
Wait a minute. So first stop will be in August. Oh.
Potentially, we may be in Chicago.
Yeah, Chi-Town. So if anybody wants to do a trip, because you can go to Chicago all you want, but if you ain't went with the Forbes, you haven't had any fun.
Facts.
You didn't get that Chicago fun.
Yeah, so we may go in early August, the week of the 7th actually, and then we have following that, y'all, we'll be in Little Rock, Arkansas. We were over there in Mount Mill. I can never pronounce it. Mount Mill, Arkansas. Anyway,
it's Little Rock. It's right outside of Little Rock.
Yeah, we be down there in Tiny Rock with my man, the boss, Ted Williams, and we going.
Veronica.
Yeah, and Miss Veronica Orange Slice. Y'all, that is a great event. If you can make it to Little Rock for the Crush and Cream, the theme this year is purple and cream. So man,
I can't wait to see everybody with their outfits with the purple.
It's gonna look like a pimp convention.
I was thinking it's gonna look like what's that pop that was out back in the
Crush.
day? Yeah, okay.
It's Crush and Cream.
No, what was that can? What? Was it Shanta?
Shasta?
Is that what it is?
No,
that can was purple?
No, it was Crush.
It was a Crush?
Fanta,
Okay.
Fanta,
Okay.
Or Crush.
Okay.
Yeah, it was orange Crush, and they had grape I almost said purple. Grape crush.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I only drink orange, so I don't know about them other colors.
Yeah. So I'm telling y'all now, Pastor D checking in. What's happening, RG Jean? I see you.
D.
Thank you for coming through. Yeah. So we'll be in Little Rock with my man Ted.
Pastor D, you got to come down to Little Rock. It's fun. I saw you in Chicago cutting up.
Yeah, he was cutting up sideways.
Okay, let me tell you why. You can tell your reason why you like it. But
Okay.
Crush and Cream, what I like about it's a smaller set. Then we lived in Memphis, so you know it's southern. It's a southern town. It's a little smaller town, but if you like smaller sets, it's under 300.
Yeah. About 300. He
Yeah.
he usually keeps it right around 300, which I think is a good number.
Yeah, the food is good. They feed you Friday night,
Ooh.
Saturday night. So
that food last year was off the chain.
and then they feed you on Sunday at that day set. And the town is just so cute and quaint. It's,
Mount Mel, Arkansas.
It's a little small southern town, but I like the.
What's happening? Belinda Smith Williams in the building. Yeah, well, anyway, y'all know I always talk about my preferences and how much I like the smaller sets bigger than most of the larger ones. But I am gonna say this, and y'all know I've been beating this drum all year. I've noticed that a lot of events have the attendance has been falling off.
Shit, people got to buy groceries.
Well, I never said why. I'm just saying attendance is starting to fall off, and I know
the hotels is outrageous.
Yeah. Dennis, you know what? I had the doggone flyer. I think I put it down.
I've shared the flyer, Dennis, in the Inside Steppin group. I just shared it this morning, but he's gonna post it up.
Yeah, I got it somewhere. Well, anyway, I'll tell you the dates here in a second. But it's a really, really, really good event. And we intend to, do what we do. We're gonna get there. We're gonna have a fantastic time. I've not one time have I gone to Crush and Cream and not had a.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm talking
it's
about
fun.
a ball. Mm-hmm. Hey, Erica Nicole, what's happening, lady?
Oh, Dallas put it on there.
Thank you, Dallas.
Dallas, if you could put all the info on there.
August 22nd through the 25th. Yeah, so we'll be in Little Rock that weekend. The following weekend, we will be in Chicago. For Memorial Weekend, but I don't think there's no big events going on Memorial Weekend in Chicago, but we will be there.
I'm sure something going on in Chicago.
My high school, which is CVS, the greatest, for those of y'all who have walked the halls of the palace.
Your high school? It's my high school.
It's my high school. They're having the annual all class picnic, which is usually about 2,000 or 3,000 deep.
Oh no, it's like 5,000 or 6,000. One year they had 10,000.
Yeah, you know what? You show right because they have every year they had trouble trying to find a new location for the thing. We had a very large high school, and we have people. As a matter of fact, Poppy's girlfriend's father is CVS alumni. Dude came through, and he was the only participant for class of 1959.
Yes,
he took his class picture all by himself.
Mr. Logan.
That's how far back CVS alumni goes, and they come out to this event, and we will be in the building, and it will be going down.
And now check this out: with CVS, you can attend that event even if you didn't go to the school. A lot of other schools come to CVS party because our parties are always off the chain, right? So they play bid whist out there. They play spades, and Mr. Forbes will be DJing.
And I'll be DJing the black party on Friday and the picnic on Sunday.
Right?
Yeah. So y'all, it's going down at the V. You dig? We're gonna get it.
And it'll be other activities in the city going on.
And for those of you steppers who don't know, some of the coldest steppers on the set today came out of CVS. I'm just saying.
I just saw that on something else, another post the other day.
I'm just saying.
So they was talking about the CVS sock hops back in the day.
That's right.
They have dance floors out there. It's a really nice event.
That's right. What's up, Jerry? I see
that's
you,
his
girl.
birthday weekend. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. He gonna come to Minnesota. Okay.
Shades Brown. Okay. Oh, he going to Shades Brown. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna be in Minnesota. We're gonna talk about Minnesota here in a minute too, because some interesting developments on that tip right there that are coming up. So. Anyway, we'll be in Chicago early September, and then we're going to return to our home base here in Texas, and then we'll be back in Chicago. What is it, a week or two later for the world's largest?
That's the third weekend or the fourth weekend in September.
Something
this
like
year?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll be at Denim and Diamonds. That's the last. Yeah. Is that the last weekend?
The following week, last weekend in September, we'll be at Denim and Diamonds in Minnesota. Now.
Get that flyer because the number's on there.
Oh, so for those of you who are curious and those of you who may have been intending to attend Denim and Diamonds is still in full effect despite our recent tragic loss of Mr. Henry, which is Valeria's life partner, husband, lover, friend, and business partner.
Years.
They've been together 48, 49 years, and he got up out of here on us a couple weeks ago or last week, and to my dismay, because it's somebody that I always look forward to being able to see. And Denim and Diamonds will be going ahead as scheduled. That's September 26th through the 28th, you guys. And for the record, if you mention Inside Steppin, you will...
Men.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Damn, you about to...
I just didn't want you to say nothing.
You ain't want me to go there?
Okay, go.
Hey.
Go.
Damn. Anyway, if you mention Inside Steppin and you are a male, you will receive half-price considerations for that entire event. Your weekend pass will be $50. So you might want to check that out if you're anywhere in that area, that vicinity, and you are coming out of Chicago or Kansas City or some of the surrounding areas.
Wisconsin,
come
Chicago.
through.
I mean,
Right.
Some people just get to travel. If you like shopping, they have one of the largest malls in the United States. It's September 26th through the 28th. Another unique thing about her event, they have the host, what's his name? Shed G, the comedian, which I don't know if you guys know, he does the double for Tyler Perry in the movies. So he's funny. He's an excellent host, MC. Then you got Maddie B, that's an MC also. And Maddie B will be teaching line dancing. And it's another lady, which I can never remember her name. Please forgive me.
Charge it to your head, not to your heart.
Barker. D. Barker also will be teaching line dancing. I thought that was pretty cool. I think that was my first time in my life ever taking a line dance
Hey,
class.
Brenda Montgomery, thank you for coming through. DJ JC in the building. Yeah, so the thing it's always a fantastic event. However, I also must tell you that as much as we love this event and we enjoy everything that goes on, and I'm going to tell y'all that the black tie dinner is second to none. Second to none. My man Stuart Orlando Morgan will be there performing live. And let me tell y'all, that man sang at dinner last year, and the dinner is separate from the dance hall. You have your dinner, then you have an hour to mingle and mix and, enjoy pastries and coffee and drinks. And then the dance hall opens up and you can go change clothes, do whatever you want. The hall opens up and you can go party. But the bittersweet part about this event, and one of the reasons why you do not want to miss it, is because this will be the last Denim and Diamonds. Miss Connor has informed us that this will be her last go-round with it due to the loss of her husband and her business partner. And I am very sad to hear that news, but I understand. And all I'm going to say is I know that the event is going to be phenomenal, and I encourage all who had never attended the Denim and Diamonds to be on deck. It will be well worth it, well worth your while, and well worth your time. And I guarantee you will enjoy yourself.
I wanted to say this for the event, for that Saturday, because Saturday was the main event. You always dress up stepper sharp. But this year she wants everyone to wear black. It's going to be blackout, she said, Saturday night.
Saturday night blackout, and that is in honor of Mr. Henry.
Yes.
And the dinner is black tie anyway, so you won't be hurting yourself in terms of, and everybody got black. So, but it's going to be a very, very, very nice event, and again, bittersweet, based on the fact that this event is going away. And now y'all know I have been mentioning over the last year or so that especially the last 6 to 8 months, I've been talking about a lot of events are going to be going by the wayside. There are a lot of events that will not return next year, and unfortunately, this one will be added to that list, and that announcement is being made here on Inside Steppin', just so you know. So if you have not been to a Denim and Diamonds and not enjoyed the overall class of this event, you should probably take a little time out and check this one out. It'd be well worth your while. The weekend pass is $100. If you, as a male, men, if you mention Inside Steppin, you will receive a 50% discount. You will get in for half price, $50 for the weekend pass.
And let me give Mrs. Connor's number, and if someone, because I cannot type it right now, but shoot, I can't even see.
You asking the wrong person.
Where the reading glasses?
Let me get my one arm. Let me get my one arm glasses, y'all. I got one arm.
You be tearing up some glasses.
Hey, I be running through them. Okay, so that phone number, you guys, is 952-220. Let me type this in too while I'm at it. 1431.
Where are you typing it at?
It ain't going in there?
No.
Oh man. Okay. All right, let me do it this way. I'm putting the phone number in the feed, you guys, so you'll have it as well. So the event itself is very much one that you would want to attend, and it's
a nice,
sort of
elegant event.
You remember how we had the last Steppaganza. This is going to be the last Denim and Diamonds, y'all, and I encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity to enjoy what will surely be missed moving forward in the world of stepping. You will not hurt yourself by attending.
And the weather's nice there, and
all right,
we found a nice few good restaurants there. It's a nice city.
Yeah,
it's a nice city. I'm like, all the years of living in Chicago, we so close to Minnesota. I never went to Minnesota. It was my first time going there. I liked it though.
Now, right before we hit Denim and Diamonds, though, y'all, we are going to be at Texas Heat. Texas Smoke, Texas Fire. Texas Heat.
Because it's hot in Texas.
If you don't know what Texas Heat is, you need to come find out, because it is the Nike experience, and he will be presenting Texas Heat. Where you going, man? Who gets up and leaves in the middle of a show? You see what I got to put up with? Nah, I'm messing with y'all. So Texas Heat, y'all, that's going to be October 3rd through the 6th. It is right after Denim and Diamonds. We'll be in Houston, Texas. You got the studio on Thursday, which is called the Preheat, which is always a lot of fun. Isn't it strange how we always manage to like this? The event before the event is always a lot of fun too. And then on Friday you got your workshops. Plus, and one of my favorite parts of Texas Heat is the 70s party, y'all.
Yeah,
that 70s party be off the chain, and people go. When I tell y'all, people come. They understand the assignment. They come in there 70s down.
Yeah, they do.
Last year,
normally, you don't. He seemed like he get about 90%, 95% everybody that wears the 70s.
I don't recall seeing too many people that weren't dressed.
I just threw that 95% because somebody always never comes dressed.
Well, one group came in there straight up dressed like the Black Panthers.
Yes,
that was real nice. Came in there with the leather and the guns and the whole nine.
Yes, they did. It was hot. Man, it was hot. I think they were from California.
I think so. That 70s party be off the chain. That's one that you definitely want to check out. That's on Friday night, and then of course on Saturday you have the Classic Black event with your Steppers Contest. The reason why we'll all be there is because of the Steppers Contest on Saturday, which is always a good time, and it is a great event. And, I have nothing but good things to say about it. On Sunday, you got the Cool Down, and that'll be at the studio also. Now, for the record, as usual, I will be hosting the pool party 1 to 5 at the hotel. Y'all get ready. Bring your swimwear. Bring your swim gear. Get ready. And last year we had the swimsuit contest, right?
Yes,
yeah, which was a lot of fun.
I forgot what they won for the swimsuit contest, but it was a prize.
Yeah, it was money.
Did you say this for Saturday for the workshops for people who are in small towns who don't have instructors, or maybe not a lot of parties or instructors? I think it's worth it because you're gonna have from 10 to 12 on Friday, you have a workshop. And then on Saturday from 9 to 1 p.m., you have workshops. That's what, six instructors? I don't know if it's 6 or 8 instructors. I think 6.
Well, I'm going to tell you
so that's 6 hours
the
of
instructor
training.
The instructor lineup for this event is really phenomenal, actually. My man Jamal Bay in the building. I see you. Hey, Valeria.
Hey.
You coming in here all late. We just got through talking about your event.
Yeah, we sure did.
Let me see, what was I was looking for the, let me see if I can find this other stuff. I'm looking, y'all know I'm looking for stuff.
So Texas Heat is October 3rd through October 6th, 2024. Houston, Texas. I think the hotel is the DoubleTree, but you can always go on Nike's page, the Nike Experience. And it's NIKEE Experience. And you can get the rest of the information, the hotel information, the prices, how much the event is. I don't know. Was it a number on that flyer or not?
DoubleTree Houston.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's at the Hobby Airport. DoubleTree Hobby Airport.
Hobby.
October 3rd through October 6th. Man, we're gonna be busy that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We haven't been moving around in the last about couple of months, but man, it's like all of a sudden we got to roll. We got to, there's a ton of stuff happening. And
all you party promoters, you better have that hand sanitizer on them tables because COVID. I know 4 people have COVID right now, and I work in medical.
It's making a comeback.
That's why I had to leave. I was sneezing. I had to go clean my hands too. So make sure y'all keep some hand sanitizer.
Yeah, because I don't want the cooties.
Nope. Nobody wants COVID. It's terrible.
I don't want the cooties.
I'm like, Dag, 4 people this week with COVID.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all be mindful of that, and be sure and take care of yourselves, and be this weekend I heard because we weren't there, but I did hear that this weekend in Chicago, man, it was off the chain.
Yes.
We heard that there was it was great everywhere. Everybody did their thing, and I'm happy to hear that, and I'm glad to know that everybody just
in Chicago, you're gonna always have a good time going to the Chi.
Yeah, it really, Chicago is really, really a beautiful place. And summertime in Chicago is not like really anything else.
It's nice.
I don't, yeah.
And if you're going to Chicago right now, they have a lot of beach parties out there. Like Kevin Neville's and Maddie B are they on Tuesdays or Thursdays? On 59th?
Thursdays.
Okay. Yeah. Then remember last year somebody was doing something at the yacht club. That was Kevin too.
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, so it's always something
to
do in Chicago.
Let me give a shout out right quick to Melvin and Karen Fuller. Happy anniversary, y'all. We see you.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Yeah, they doing the thing. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, they bonding for sure with no lights. So no lights. They lights are back on now in Houston. I think it's only a couple 100,000 now.
Right.
Without lights.
Yeah, they're well, one I can say this, the governor here is holding their feet to the fire. He is definitely letting that power company have it. And if they don't, they got a deadline. If they don't have all the people's lights back on, they get ready to lose the business that they do have. So they getting ready to go through it over there, which they should.
Yes, almost 2 weeks people with no lights.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So
that's it on my paper.
Okay, yeah, I'm checking notes. We checking notes, y'all. We making sure we covered everything because we're really not talking about too much tonight, y'all. Like I said, I wanted to keep it light. I ain't trying to.
I want to say this, and for the gentleman that's on the page and on the feed. So we have a lot of people that are outside of Chicago that are learning this dance, right? And this is a question I have that I always just wonder: how do you teach? I'm gonna say guys more so than women. How do you teach guys to dance and have a little bit of swag with the dance? And the only reason I say outside of Chicago,
who you asking?
I'm asking the people on the feed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the guys. Maybe some of the guys might know. Teach how, and I know it's got to be a little bit of a pet peeve for some of the women when you dance. Well, maybe I'm using the word. Maybe I'm using the wrong word, swag. But sometimes they just kind of like the guys just standing there and he's not dancing, and I don't know. He don't have no vibe.
Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm not trying to get on no soapbox about instructors.
Well,
I was just wondering.
It ain't nothing wrong with you saying what you're saying. I mean, because these are things that other people think too. But it's just like anything else. All right, in this community, it's been a while since I've gone down this rabbit hole and I said anything. But simple fact of the matter is this: in this dance, like many other activities, let's just use that word. Mm-hmm. But particularly in this dance, one of the things that we have to be mindful of is that this dance offers men and even women, but in a different way, an opportunity to interact with the opposite sex in ways that they never really did. Now, as a man, and I'm speaking for myself, one thing I never had a problem with as an adult, and even, as a young adult, was understanding how, as I learned my way through life, how to make women move when I move the way I want them to be, the way I want them to move. And even though sometimes you meet a little resistance, as a man, you got a little swag about you. You got a little flavor about you.
A little stronger.
You know how to guide. You lead. You learn to lead. Now, a lot of these men don't know how to lead women in regular life. And believe it or not, the ability to have enough confidence within yourself to lead in a dance also carries over into life. So a lot of guys are learning how to actually take a woman, and rather than force her to be somewhere in the dance, he guides her in the dance. And once that happens, she follows. Like, how you got guys running around out here talking about, I need a woman that'll submit. Well, what the hell is she submitting to? That's like you got guys that get on the dance floor. They got weak legs, they got soft hands, and they get out here and they dancing like ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that's
and
terrible,
you right,
like...
and so a woman is looking at him like, bro, what, like really, this is what we doing? So then they have to make their own way in the dance, which is the same in life. Yeah, when men aren't leading, the women have to make their own way. Because they don't have a man in their life that's moving them the way they need to be moved. So the same thing applies in this dance. And a lot of guys never actually learn that. So because they never actually learn that, they don't understand really what it means to put their hands on a woman and not force her, but make her want to follow him.
So
you can't teach that.
Look at Jamal on there talking about preach. Okay, he's going to read some of the comments and say, okay, that's kind of good, because I know I've danced with some guys and they got a light touch, and I kind of do what I want to do.
And them same guys got a light touch in life. They lightly touching the women that surround them. So when a man is standing on business and he's standing on his square, women see that and they say, oh, you know what? Damn, dude's serious about his hog killing. See, that's one of my old Southern things. He's serious about his hog killing. Let me get in there. And they want to be a part of that. So the same thing applies. And you can't really, as much as you want to, because as women, I know y'all, just like in real life, there's a shortage of males that are capable of leading women. That's why you got a few men out here that all the women really want, but the good ones are mostly taken. Because women were smart enough to say, oh, let me hold on to that.
That's right. We're going to say, I got you, baby.
Let me hold on to that right there.
Hey, Susu.
And the rest of them
Jerry,
are still out here floating around because let's face it. Simple fact is, there are more women than men, figuratively, actually, whatever. In the dance community, there's more women than men. So, and even within that community, you still have only a handful of men in that group that are the ones that the women really want to dance with because they feel like they're going to have fun, they're going to be led, they're going to learn. They like to watch. Then you got those other guys that just constantly get looked over. That's real. All of that's real life.
The comments. Read Brenda Montgomery's.
And Brenda says, perhaps if the man focused on making the woman look and feel beautiful on the floor as opposed to making himself the star of the dance floor. I agree. Brenda, 100%.
Okay.
And I want to add right quick to what Brenda said, one of the things that's important. A lot of men don't really understand that women actually do. You're actually the ones that lead the dance. In as much as we lead, we have to follow you to know where you are in order to be able to put you where you need to be so that we make the dance effective for both of us. A lot of men don't know that. It's the same thing in life. The women are actually the lead. We follow you, which gives us an indicator of what we need to be doing to make sure that everything stays on track. It's as simple as that. What was the other one? Lynn John? Lynn John, how you doing? Thanks for checking in. She says, I don't think you can teach a man that. Only life can teach a man swag like that. I agree, Lynn. But now
I don't know. I've met a couple instructors that I don't want to say their names. One of them is an instructor, but they stopped, but they still kind of in the dance, and they were saying they can teach the swag. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the instructor. I noticed a couple instructors, students, that guys, they have the swag. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the name right now. But because I'm not trying to get no instructors calling me like what. Thank you. But some instructors I think can teach that, because if they outside of people are not used to living in big cities or small.
It ain't even got to be a big. It's not about that. It's not about your geography. It's about your ability as a one sex. And this is not to cross out anybody that do whatever they do, but it's about the ability of one sex being able to understand the other one enough to coexist, especially in that space of the dance for those 3 to 5 minutes and enjoy each other's company and time. They call it a 3-minute romance, y'all. That's what this is. How many men are the romantic type? How many men understand what it means to romance a woman? Linda Brooks says, we as women just want a little taste of a bad boy. Mm-hmm. Absolutely correct. And when you got a dude, he's standing up there, he's swagged out, he dressed, he clean, he fly, and you standing there, you know, and he can get on the floor and just waltz you around that floor like never before. That's a total package in the dance community.
Right. And Brenda said without 9,875 terms.
Right. And then there's that. Starnia Lamar. Men have to treat their partners as an extension of themselves and not an accessory to control. Absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. And that again goes back to what I just said about a man understanding where the woman is. We as men in life and in this dance need to understand where our partners are so that we can understand where we need to be to make sure that everybody stays on the same track.
Okay, so Jerry made a good one right there. Some men can step but can be rough with it, like yanking your hands, and I don't like that.
Oh, she talking about domestic violence.
Yeah, like in the documentary that Gwen and Anthony did, how the guy who owned the store, I can't think of his name right now, how he said some of these men and just domestic violence.
Right. Yeah. C1 says, do you think maybe women can teach men to dance the way they want men to dance with them? Probably only men who are open to it. Yeah, I'm going to agree. It's hard even as a man to teach men to dance because, you know, men's egos are very inflated, and you know, some people are more mature than others, and some people are more serious about the dance than others. You got people who come out here and they start this dance and I just want to dance, not knowing that there's, you know, there's other things behind it. Some of the men, let me put it this way, I've watched guys who didn't know jack about stepping, but their confidence was so high that they literally got on the floor and looked very convincing. Like they literally was able to enjoy themselves, and the women who danced with them enjoyed themselves.
That's the part of where you had the confidence.
This dance is 98% confidence. Real talk. Technique is easy. The confidence part is the part that you got to get together. El Lamar, what's up, E. Lamar said on the other side of that, there are some women. There are some women might do criticize some men when they're beginners and end up crushing their spirit. True. There's not enough male instructors. I'm not even going to go that far and say there's not enough male instructors. I'm going to say there's not enough instructors, period, who really deal with the males. And here's what I mean. Predominantly, we have a larger number of male instructors, but you have to also remember that a lot of instructors are not necessarily in this to build dancers. They're more in this to build their pocketbook and, you know, get a shot of ass here and there. Let's just keep it 100.
You said that.
Hey, I got to keep it 100. I got to keep it 100. Some of these instructors, man, they be running through them. Mm-hmm. And these women, they come on the set, they don't know no better, and they get ran through. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
What did most men ego are hesitant to take instruction from? Okay, yeah, it was a guy down here, ex-military, and it was a lady trying to teach, and he was like, I'm not interested in a woman teaching me. He wanted a male, and I mean, I get it. What is this? Jamal said, I'm going to Josiah Burt to learn this dance. I need help.
Yeah, Joe got it for you. Matter of fact, we got some things coming up here. Y'all stay tuned. In the next month, we got some heavy hitting information that's gonna come out. It's gonna change the game. Y'all get ready. We bringing it.
some of them are just born with
Yes, Diane Dabney, absolutely. What's going on?
See, now this is just me. I've only lived in like 5 different cities, but
is that all?
Yeah, but I think like Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, even Memphis. I notice a lot of the guys have the swags. I don't know if it's the cities or, like she said, some people are just born with it. Maybe that's... It
has nothing to do with geography. I don't care what city you go to. I done met players in every city I've ever been in.
I know,
visiting.
I'm
talking about... Listen, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you put these same guys in a position to learn this dance, they'll be just as smooth and just as cold as they are standing up in them gators without ever dancing a step. That has nothing... See, you got to understand something. The swag is an attitude. It's the way a man carries himself. And that is going to carry over in his dance. It has nothing to do with geography. It's a whole lot of stuff it don't have nothing to do with. Like I said, I done met I've been down, look, I done met some cold players in Mississippi. Don't play no games. Country as they want to be.
Mississippi and Memphis ladies and Chicago. Don't look in their eyes. Don't do it. And you know, Mississippi and Tennessee, some of them guys got their colored eyes, a little hazel or green. Don't look in their eyes.
See there, Sandra Madison, how you doing? She said dance is a conservation. If the follower misses the question, the lead may need to rephrase and keep it moving. If the dialogue flows back and forth, it can be a beautiful dance. Sandra, that is an excellent.
Did she mean conversation?
Yeah, it's a conversation. Okay. And you know them autocorrects be acting a fool. I know that. Okay. But look, I love the way she put that, because it is a conversation, and we're literally dialoguing through body language, through movement, through gesture, through understanding, an understanding we get that's physical without ever uttering a word. I think that is brilliant, and that is the absolute truth. And what he has to do is let her make a move and respond, retort. How many men? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of guys out here, but most of the guys, and I've asked this question before. What's a man's conversation like when he can't talk about the dance and he's not on the dance floor? If you can't have a conversation with a dude outside this dance and it be any relevance, ask yourself, is this somebody that actually has the depth like that?
No, that's something completely different.
I disagree. I disagree because all of that plays into how a man moves.
People to dance, you're just gonna dance. We're not gonna have a conversation, so we don't care about the conversation.
Right,
we just care about when we dancing with them.
Fine.
And how they dance.
Thank you, Kevin Portier. He says you said a mouthful right there, my brother. You're so correct. Anyway,
I just wanted to hear somebody say he was right.
Anyway,
read the next thing there.
Jerry writes a bit. Says I taught my sons. They're good, very good.
And then
hat tip to Sharnice Simmons. Yes, Kenneth Wynn, absolutely. She is definitely great at what she does.
And she's a woman that can teach men to dance. And the guys
she came to Montgomery, Alabama some years ago. Yeah, she's still doing her thing, and she definitely understands. And that's another thing. When you find instructors and people to teach this dance, find somebody that knows both sides of the dance. It's very difficult to learn this dance when you only know one side. It's very to teach it and to learn it. You need to learn. You need to know
both sides. Or if it's a couple teaching, I guess that kind of covers both sides. You might be safe with.
Jerry said most guys with gaiters on know how to step. And true, my husband has the hazel eyes, but he can't step.
But he got you, girl, because you looked in them eyes.
And he ain't got to be able to step a lick, but I promise you, that brother got that. He got it for you.
All my cousin had them eyes. I don't know why I didn't get them. All the cousins had the eyes, though.
That's what's happening. Let's see. And Dallas Brown says, as I mentioned on the show a few weeks ago back, it's important to learn both sides of the dance, which helps men become better leads. Absolutely, Dallas. Great point. Again, and the whole thing about it when it comes to the men in this dance, one of the biggest problems is that, well, I take that, but I can't even say one of the biggest problems. Well, it is one of them, but there are so many when it comes to men. A man has to first want the dance. There has to be some level of incentive that makes him want to dance, and it's usually the women. But then most guys who got that kind of swag don't care nothing about the women on the dance set because they got women everywhere else. It's women everywhere. They don't.
Okay, so is that why we can't get men in the dance then because of that? What you saying? You think?
Again, it has to be something to me that they want just in terms of being able to do it and enjoy the culture and everything that comes with it. Because again, if you got a man that's coming out the gate that's already got that level of ability or reach, if you will, he's not coming into the dance for the sake of getting next to the women. Let's take it back. So let's take it back into the history. All right, back in the day, a lot of us went out because we were trying to go out to be next to women. We didn't have social media. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have none of that. So you were either in the house or you was outside.
So now,
in order to get outside, you didn't want to be outside. I mean, you hang out with your homies and all that, but it came a time where it's like, man, where the women at?
Okay, so now this younger generation,
you go to a set and you met women. So the whole deal was, instead of trying to, sending pics to her inbox or whatever they do these days, and all that type of thing, and trying to text message and mac on the sly on technological macking, you had to get. You had, in the DMs, you had to actually get in her face. And if your game wasn't tight, if she didn't see you moving around the floor looking smooth, hey, it was like, hey, So now, because we have all of these extra things in our environment, social media, and all other stuff that comes to cell phones and everything else come with it, it sort of separates people. But it's still, and it even actually hurts people's social skills. Because think about it. Well, now, I don't know what's acceptable to most people now, but,
Hey, Susu. Hey, Cheryl here. Oh, Kevin, I can't wait to talk about you. Yeah, I'm about to call you.
Let's see.
Okay, so this is a good topic. I mean, this is a good topic because it's crazy. I saw some video somewhere.
Let me hold on. Let me go back up here right quick.
Okay.
Andrew Allen said, my sister taught me to 8 count on the wrong foot, the woman's foot. I was so proud to dance. Is until see, and that's my point. You learn it from one way. That's what you know. Let's see. Lamar said most men in this age group are learning stepping as a second dance if they already dance. It's hard for them to start as beginner if they already experts on another dance style. I agree with that. Philly Bob. Okay. Yeah, and I agree with that because there are a lot of converts. A lot of the men,
God bless them, because I can't do more.
That's a very important. That's a very important point, because a lot of the men that are in this dance today are guys that came from other dance styles. A lot of people out of Detroit, from the ballroom crowd and some of the Greystoners, the Philly Bop people. You got the two-step out of Kansas City.
Dance,
you got your hand dance, your swing out. You got your DFW swing here in Texas, and your swing, and so
two-step.
And a lot of those guys who love to dance have basically converted over. And even though we get a lot of newer guys in, but they got to have that enthusiasm, and it has to come from somewhere. Now, whatever their motivation is, it's always different. But I'm finding lately, I don't know why I say lately, but Poppy made a good point the other day. She said she think most of these people are crazy, but I think all of us steppers have a little bit of a screw loose. What's wrong?
Why did you say that?
Why not?
Why did you say that?
You scared?
Why did you say that?
Anyway,
thanks, Kevin, for putting your information.
Kevin Nevels, what's up, man? The ambassador's in the building. He said he is at the 59th Street Harbor tomorrow,
which
and
is
he'll be
Wednesday.
at the 57th Street Beach in the summer. Yeah, well, y'all.
What day at 57th Street Beach?
Kevin with these old abbreviated directions. Man, if you're going to plug your event, man, plug it. Quit playing, man. Don't make me have to call. Poppy already going to call you and talk about you. So.
I can't wait. Well, I was cracking up laughing. But this is what I was getting back to what I was saying. I was watching some video outside of Chicago while we had the Chicago parties going on also. Just tables and tables full of women. Even though it's a lot of women, it's good leads and it's cool to dance with the women, but women really want to dance with men. Okay. So we got to find a way.
You again.
Maybe we need to put a Steppin video game out.
We got some.
Get the younger guys out with that.
We got some stuff coming. We got some stuff coming. It's gonna work out. Trust me.
Okay, read what Michael.
All right. Brenda Montgomery says, "Are there enough examples of good male dancers in the community? You can't be what you don't see." Now, let me address that. Let me tell you what my thoughts on that are.
I think it is.
There are, but here's the problem. A couple of weeks back, a month or so, I guess, somebody put up a post, and I don't remember who it was. I don't think it was Sanji Stewart or somebody. Put up a post that said, name something that you wouldn't see on the stepper set back in the 70s. And I said, you won't see people standing around criticizing and pointing fingers at other people talking about they can't step. One of the things that discourages a lot of men, and totally where the confidence level comes in at, is because when you not knowing any better, because see, the narrative has been, the cast has been dyed. The die has been cast over the last couple of decades of people who just came into this dance since the 2000s, who really and truly don't know the dance, not really. And so they don't understand the real dynamics behind the way the dance operated and the way the community was and the way people did things together prior to that. And I'm talking 80s, 70s, right? So, because we didn't have these problems. So what happens is now you got guys who don't want people, these women standing over in the corner like, oh, I don't want to dance. He can't dance. Now, don't get me wrong. Back in the day, if your ass couldn't dance, you will be standing there. But it gave you incentive to step your game up.
But now, since it's different times and we have instructors, you can't be rude.
And we got people, we've even got instructors who bully students. We've got instructors out here that'll see somebody dancing and tell them something they're doing is wrong. Or they'll, like with women, I've seen guys mess women up in they dance, tell them, oh, you need a private.
Oh, yeah, they do that. Yeah, I've heard a lot of women complain about it.
So, needless to say, if you got a guy in your class, if you're an instructor, and a lot of them do it, now they can say they don't, or somebody they know who they are. They'll have a guy in their class, they give him a couple of moves, and they're going to leave him alone, they're going to go back over to the women, and he's standing there looking crazy. Now.
So that'll turn a guy off.
Exactly. All of these things
have me pay my money, have me standing in here for a damn 45 minutes by myself.
Right. So what you end up with is guys who really are passionate about the dance doing the best they can, but a lot of times it's wrong, or it is in its wrong format or context, however you want to put it. And because of that, it becomes a matter of what people are actually looking for versus what they see versus what they think and their perception of what it's supposed to be. All of those things are on different planes, different levels. So now by the time, a man gets out there, if he don't just have the confidence to say, hey, look, you want to dance or no? And he get out there and do his thing. Now, if he has had any kind of instruction and he's paying attention, this is not that hard to figure out. I'm from the watch and learn generation. We didn't have instructors. It can't be that doggone hard. It just can't. I'm sorry. I know maybe I'm biased, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We're not gonna get into that part, but we need more men. Michael, but now let me say this right quick. Why are the single women that could bring guys, right? Find some guys and bring them.
They can. So,
every woman needs to invite a guy.
I've suggested that. One thing I give my man Kevin Dockery, when he does his class, he tell the women, you bring a man, you get in free. More instructors need to do that. That's shout out to him for that. That's how you start making things happen. Michael Williams says no instructor can teach swag or footwork. It comes from listening, feeling, hearing, dancing to the music. It comes with time and not overnight. Absolutely, Michael Williams, I agree. I will say this though, there is an avenue by which swag and footwork can be understood. But the men have to be willing to, number one, pay attention, not think they know everything, and not feel like can't no man show them nothing. And then that happens. Most men, including myself, are smart enough to have mentors and men around them that are solid, that they can glean from as they grow. And I'm almost 60 years old, and I'm still growing.
Damn,
and I'm going to admit that there are men out here. There's something about those men that I look at and I say, that's a cold dude right there. And I love the way he do that right there. So I might want to add that to who I am as a person. And it ain't going to do nothing but make me a little bit colder. So there you go.
So Lynn John, the question is, back in the day when Steppin first began, were there female leads, or did that just happen recently? Yes, they were female leads because the guys was doing the guy thing, and the girls like, I'm not gonna let him outdo me. So we learned,
well,
and then
wait a minute.
So it was women back then dancing and leading.
I'm not trying to take nothing from no women. Slow down.
Okay, because I was
Calamity Jane.
Like
Lady Godiva.
It definitely was women lead.
Anyway, the point, what I was about to say was, when you talk about women's lead, you have to put that into context. Women would do the get down together.
Yes.
Most times when men and women were doing the get down, because there were some cold females out here that was about that competition dance, the way it used to go down, they would lead at certain parts of the dance. But the majority of the time, it was the men lead. The dance style coming from the teenage crowd that started stepping. I'm not talking about bopping and all that other stuff. I'm talking about straight up stepping. The teenage crowd that was doing that, it was mostly males. It was mostly the guys leading in the dance. There were times where the women would lead, but the way stepping was during that period, it didn't look like it looks today. So the female lead became more popular in the new school era and in the 2000s.
Yeah, but back in the day, like I didn't even know Susu back in the day, and I was getting ready to say in confidence, I knew Susu led back in the day. It's like Lady Taboo.
Right.
And me, when we learned watching the dudes, the girls, we practiced with each other and watched them, copy them and did what we did to get better at the dance, and you had no choice but to lead when you was first starting.
Right, but when you was practicing though with your homies, with your girls, y'all was definitely leading each other.
Yes.
But I'm saying, as far as the dance goes, you got to remember something too. We still operating off of traditional roles.
She said your volume went down.
Did it?
Can y'all hear him?
We were still operating off of traditional roles in that time. So because of that,
okay, I agree.
There were not women leading men. Most men back in those days were still kind of misogynistic. They wasn't letting you lead nothing. So that wasn't really a thing.
It's still a lot of the old school men.
Lamar says, I do want to give you your flowers and we will see each other at Ted's event, but doing this thing for 8 months and you sharing your knowledge has stepped my game up. Show about couples will be needed. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. And yes, you're right. And we're going to do something like that because we actually got something coming up for couples. Yeah. Y'all hold on. Martin Dawn, thank you for coming through. Cheryl Head said your volume went down. Cheryl Head, I ain't thinking about you. That's your phone is broke. Sure, not gonna mess with her. C1 say men got away from the assignment. Yep. Kenneth Wynn said the hustle. Let's see, Jamal, I'm coming to see you and Poppy and next year and not on an event just because. That's right. That's what's up. That's the
better hurry up.
That's when we had the best time.
We might be overseas. You better hurry up.
You don't know where we're gonna end up. That's right here. Shit. What's up, Susu baby? Erlene Hino in the building. What's happening?
Hey, girlie.
Josiah Burt just chimed in. Here we go. The problem is not getting men to come to class. It's keeping them in there once they come. Absolutely.
We already talked about that.
We talked about that last week. But he's right. And that's part of the problem. That's exactly right. And that's what I said earlier. You got these instructors that lead them guys over there to themselves, off to in the cut, and then you sitting there, trying to figure out where the men went, but the guys are too busy catering to the women. Like it ain't enough women in this dance. And I'm not saying they shouldn't do right by them, but you got to understand something. Women's focus when it comes to certain things is a little different than men's. It don't take much for us to get turned off, especially when you're fooling with our money and our ego.
Yeah, she said, go on, you're going to read it.
Starnya Lamar says, somebody watching this dance for the first time has to be captivated in order to want to really learn. I agree. I wish there were more examples of people dancing to music that is current outreach is needed. I don't disagree, but on the other hand, when it comes to the music, we have this sort of
maybe it's not enough new R&B music.
That's not true. No, that's not true. Let me give you a little bit of food for thought on that music side. There's plenty of newer music, and I play a lot of it. But here's the rub. It depends on where you are that will dictate how you play your music. Depends on your crowd. And you have to, as a DJ, understand who you're playing for. Now, there are current songs that are just hot. New stuff. It's hot. We gonna play that. There are people like myself, Myron R, Shorty Smooth. There's a few others who will break new music.
Don't name names.
No, why not?
Because there's so many that you forget.
Stop. Listen. I'm naming Listen,
Somebody gonna say you forgot to say my name.
I don't care what they say.
All right.
And if I'm saying what I'm saying, I said some to name a few. That means there are more. I'm naming names. Okay. Now, what I said was, there are people who are not afraid to break new music, who will play songs other people haven't heard. How many times you seen me play and people going, what is that? What is that? And they over there with their phone shazamming and trying to get, because you as a DJ, we have to break new music. We're supposed to. That's part of our job. It's got to be, but in doing that, you have to understand what music can be broken into this community. There's a vibe that takes place in this dance. If you don't understand that vibe and you don't have that flavor, you'll play some garbage that ain't got no business. Goes back to no swag. You'll play some trash that has no business being played in this community. Okay, now, and I've seen that happen. So it's not that there's not any new music now. When you at a set and you don't get the music that you want, don't blame the music. Blame the DJ. It's the DJ. It ain't the music. I've literally, if you look behind me, that's just one slide over. That's just one of many setups that I have in this house where I sit up and do nothing but work on the music, find new music, make sure we got the music that we need, make sure that when I go to a set, I'm fully prepared to play for whoever's there. But you got to know what to play and who to play it for. So it ain't the music, because traditional music, the traditional steppers music, becomes a part of your repertoire as you begin to understand the community and the culture. That's when the older music has more appeal to you versus people like myself that grew up on the music out there in them streets.
Name some current songs that you think they should play. I'm just curious to see what you're saying is current.
Hey Gwen, Preferment just said she put up a new behind the scenes video from Chicago Steppin from Steppin to Chicago Dance. It's a watch and learn. Watch and learn came up. Watch and learn is organic still. Y'all need to check that out. Go over to the YouTube channel Preferment, Preferment. That's my girl Gwen, and they've got the documentary, the Steppers documentary that's up there, y'all. And if you haven't seen it yet, you need to go check that out. Let's see. Thank you, Kenneth Wynn. Say I look young. Thank you very much.
That's my skincare products.
Brenda Montgomery says maybe we need a movie about Steppin, kind of like Saturday Night Fever.
Oh.
No comment. Anyway, I used to lead Little Alfred. Yes, Susu. Y'all. Susu can go, y'all. And
yeah, I remember we was in Texas. She was dancing with two women. Lead, boy, that was a good dance. Now, I think I recorded it.
You ask about women's lead, Susu is one. She'll take you down through there. Believe that. Matter of fact, Susu, I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, I can't wait till I get home. I got to dance with Susu. Let's see. And watch and steal your moves. Yeah, okay, let's see. It's back. Yes. I can hear y'all. Huh. Okay, I think that was just your thing is broke, Cheryl. You got to get your thing fixed, Cheryl. Let's see. And Josiah Burt chimed in on that comment earlier about not being able to teach footwork. I was going to say this, but I'm not. I'm glad Joe went on ahead and said it. He said, yes, you can teach footwork. And swag has to be learned and adapted too.
Okay.
And yes, you can teach footwork, but here's why I'm glad he brought it up. And I'm gonna just break it down for, I believe it was Kenneth or some, I can't remember who said it up here. But let me tell you, yes, footwork can be taught. You have to understand the dance itself. The average person, when I say average, I'm talking probably more than average. I'm talking 80 to 90% of the people, even from back in the day, who do this dance, do not understand how to teach what they do. There's Josiah Burt. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And y'all know on this show, I don't say stuff unless I know it to be true. I can tell you unequivocally, yes, it can be taught, but you have to be taught by somebody who not only understands it, can execute it, and can show you why you're doing what you're doing and how it's supposed to be done. And when he's done with you, if you don't look the way you're supposed to, it's your fault. I promise you. And I again, we got something coming down the pipe. Y'all hold tight. When it hits, you're gonna know that what I'm saying is true. Just hold on. And when I say down the pipe, I'm talking about a couple of months. Starnia Lamar says, do you think that Steppin has reached enough younger people outside of Chicago? Starnia,
it's growing.
I think that it's still growing, and I still believe that Steppin is in its infancy.
I don't think it's 1,000 of them yet.
No, but I think, well, see, just like anything else, there has to be incentive to make people want to do it. It has to, people are followers. Let's keep it 100.
It goes back to the music. I think certain type of songs need to be played to attract the younger people.
See, while I kind of agree, because music is the soundtrack of all of our lives, but it has to be somebody, like was mentioned earlier, it has to be presented in a way that makes people say, ooh, man, I want to do that. Mm-hmm. If they don't get that, be it from old or new, then, there's a loss. Now, I would challenge the younger generation of this community to gather their friends and bring them into this dance. Bring their homies in with them. Like, man, what you doing this weekend? I'm going dancing. Really, dancing? Yeah, man, you need to come with me. Us older folks, people look at us and they say, oh, y'all old. Ain't anybody doing that.
But that's weird because people who travel know this. You go to the islands and Caribbean and Jamaica and all that. Men dance. They teach them as kids. Men dance. So in America,
and them some swagged out dudes too.
Jamaica, man, that's right.
So there you go.
All them busloads of women be going over there, but yes, well, not busloads. I guess a boat are flying, but yes.
Lamar
they
says,
swag.
Sounds like Blood and Bones are current, but more mature music, as I call it, are the older songs. I remember Angie said you have to learn to groove in your dance, so this means music you can dance to, and that's absolutely correct as well. Now, for me, as a DJ, I have a certain groove that I like to hit, and it's my zone is usually that zone where I like to try to hypnotize people. I want your mind gone. I want you so into the music that you ain't thinking about nothing else. You just want to dance. You want to translate what's going in here out your feet and through your hands and your body movements and your gestures. Everybody can't do that.
You gotta read this.
Okay, Magnolia Crescent Orchards, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Greetings, Inside Steppin family. One of the draws to Steppin for me was hearing old school music I never heard before. The classics are fire, especially when walking music selections. No knock on new school. See, I agree. And that's the whole thing about it. And that is part of what helps us to maintain the culture. And that's why it's important, even though we break new music. My man DJ Samsonite in the building.
Hey, Samsonite.
When we break new music as DJs, we bring in a lot of new stuff. But believe it or not, there's a lot of old music. A lot of people still have not heard. Yes. And I promise you, and
we got some nice ones now.
And let me encourage my audience. If you are a person who has not been to Chicago and not set foot in the 50-yard line or the Blue Note or gone to Heroes or gone over to the Dancing Dabneys over there at Visions or hit the Grand Ballroom and gone to some of these places, and these are the commercial spots. There's others. And go there and get your dance on. I promise you it will change your whole perspective on this dance. You will start to understand what it means to let that music translate from your ears to your feet. I promise you.
I just don't even understand. It's like if I was into salsa, I got a girlfriend that's into salsa. She went to Cuba. She's gone to Brazil because she was a serious salsa dancer. I don't even understand how you in Steppin and you don't even have to go out the country and haven't been to Chicago. That's just wild to me.
Yeah.
But hey, Butterfly.
Dr. Butterfly in the building. What's happening with you?
No, Dr. Butterfly.
Yeah, I call her Dr. Butterfly. Well, she's a doctor. Jerry said the documentary was amazing. Jerry, I'm sure Miss Gwen, thank you very much. She is on the line. Let's see. Kevin Portier says Sarah Teagle was a good lead. Yes, she is. Men and women. She understands both sides of the dance. Let's see. Starnia says, I learned partner dancing, but it is always in an oldies atmosphere. If I go to a party or a function with different music, no one is doing that dance. Do people show stepping outside of sets? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do it all the time.
You definitely.
Here in San Antonio.
Definitely.
And met a lot of people from Chicago.
Hey, Darlene, man. Doing it. Yeah, we definitely
met a lot of people who's interested in learning.
As a matter of fact, Poppy and I lived in Memphis back in the early 90s. And we actually had people begging us to teach them to step, and we did. We taught quite a few people while we were there. Was no, and this was before there was a formatted 8 count and all of that, and we did teach it.
I can't even remember the name of the bar now, but it's some flyers because somebody did. How people that like to challenge. I don't know. First of all, neither one of us is gonna lie. We transparent, but somebody was like, I didn't believe y'all did that. When was that? Where's the flyers? Well, Mr. Forbes keeps everything.
I don't throw nothing away.
And he made the flyer. So he had to pull the flyer up and show the DJ. And at the place that we were at, it was a NFL player. He's an ex-NFL player that owned the club. I cannot think of his name now. Because I was a cocktail waitress there at that time also. And Mr. Stretch is DJ there before. So he had seen us there. So it's funny how things are. Yeah, it's funny how things are.
Now I'm going to say this here. Let's see. Lamar said, just like in your art piece of choices. Yes, thank you. I'm hoping the younger generation learns stepping as a choice. And Joe says that will taint the dance to change the music to bring in younger people. Now, let me address that again right quick. Joe, thank you for that comment. Let me show y'all something. Last night, I was watching video from over the weekend. The white party was phenomenal, off the chain, the picnic, everything was fly. They had a great time in Chicago this weekend, the white weekend. It did what it always does. And it did not disappoint. But I was watching a video, and there was some JBs playing. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with JBs, James Brown and the JBs, and they play. You hear that right there back in the day? You might well get out the way because the steppers was about to hit the floor.
Now, go.
This weekend, I saw a video. Some JBs on, and they got in there and they started getting it in. And it occurred to me in that moment, not that I didn't already notice, I got everything JB ever made back there in my library, but it hit me in the head and I said, is it not amazing? Because a video came up right behind it of some skaters. Now I'm a skater too.
That's something.
JBs. And all I could think to myself in my head was, my God, do you understand how timeless that music is?
Yeah, because
do you understand
that was really like my
that
mama's
music still make people get up and get it in.
Yeah.
If you skating, walking, dancing, it don't even matter. Man, that music is fire.
Thank you, Sandra.
To this day.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say, the music doesn't need to change. People need to understand what we do.
And again,
quit slapping on my table.
Again, they do salsa. Nobody asked for the salsa music to change because we in salsa country. They don't ask for that music to change. They have some Caribbean salsa, which is black people playing, but people be salsing as black. They can't even speak Spanish. They be dancing off the music. But why everybody want to change Chicago? And Chicago stepping in the culture and the music.
Well, I'm going to address that too right quick.
Okay.
Dee Ewing, what's up, baby girl? She said her daughter started dancing when she was 13. She quit. She said, I don't beef with my peers, so I'm not about to beef with old people.
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. That's sad, though. She had to beef with old people.
Here's where part of the problem comes in. People want to make adjustments that fit them. Okay?
I guess that's easier than trying to...
And this is not a knock on nobody that has their own understandings of things. But when you come into someone else's house and they ask you to take your shoes off, you take your shoes off.
That's right.
Or you stay outside.
That's right.
I don't have a problem with people wanting to add this and add that. But stay outside. Call it something else. Now, we can try and make adjustments to accommodate those who have no skin in the game, or we can keep doing what we do and they can learn it. Now, here's what happens. People who, and it's almost 99.9% of the time, it's from somebody who ain't even from Chicago. They come in the game and we should do this and y'all should be doing that and no, we shouldn't be doing a damn thing. Because guess what? If Steppin never left Chicago, you could bet your bottom dollar we'll still be in Chicago doing the damn thing. That's where the world's largest stepper contest came from. And there were thousands of contestants. We ain't got no shortage of steppers in Chicago. You go to Chicago any given night, and I promise you it's at least 3 sets going on around the city, and all of them are crowded.
I bet you can go on the L station and play some stepper music.
Put some stepper music on the L platform. Or you can go on the bus stop
and play some music and jump out your car and dance with somebody on the bus stop.
Damn right. So I'm saying that to say, when people can't grasp something or figure something out, they want to make changes so that it fits them and their narrative. That ain't what we doing over here. You want to step, come on and get down with the culture. If you don't, I get it. Then you got hip hop, you got swing out, ball, you got a whole bunch of other stuff you can go do. You can go do the waltz. We don't give a damn. I promise you we don't. It ain't no thing.
I was just going to say read that one.
Michael Sampson, I said, my father and uncle taught my friends and I how to slow dance in New York. All the women wanted to slow dance with us. Exactly, Samsonite. Yeah, that's my whole point right there.
And the younger generation can't slow dance.
And let me show you something, though. But let me show you something. See, Samsonite is a little older like us. Mm-hmm. He came up in a time where those things were important. Mm-hmm. He had male mentors, male role models that taught him what it was like to understand how to deal with women. These guys now, everything come off of Facebook or some damn type of social media.
And then you know what? Go back to that key. He had uncle and his dad.
That's right.
Maybe that's one of the problems with the guys too. A lot of them now
don't have no role models.
Don't have dads and uncles.
Yep. Let's see. C1 says, stand my butt in the house under my AC. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yep. Kenneth Wynn, JB's Monorail, exactly. Let's see. Andrew Allen said, the music of Steppin is older than the dance itself. Freestyle 60s, live wire, gotta dance to keep from crying, Steppin 70s. James Brown and others. Yep. Jamal say Josiah Burt and Talia Becton was putting in that work. Yes, they were.
I saw that was video. A good video. Good video. Where is that? You should have posted that.
Some of CVS's finest. I'm just saying.
You should,
Talia and Joe.
It's too late now. But.
Absolutely. Chi-Town 1976 was happening. Let's see. The documentary was great. Gwen, they said thank you. Would have been great to hear the real music, but I know the legalities. Yes, they make it hard for you to keep the music in these videos now. Mm-hmm. Let's see. And yes, Jerry says she was skating off JB's before she started stepping and all around the same time. Yes, timeless music. Absolutely. DJ G Nice in the building. Stepping and skating go hand in hand. Yes, they do. Dallas Brown. Yep. Even Dallas learned how to step and skate.
Yes, he did.
Since the time I met Dallas.
Yeah, he's something else.
Now there's a guy that's motivated. That cat right there, he wants
and he learns another culture, and he learned, something else, and he respects the culture, which is great. And now he's going to Chicago. We ain't gonna be able to talk to him in about another week. Girl. His head, I'm about to say, you can call you girl. His head is gonna be so big, he ain't gonna be able to talk.
Yeah, Dallas, we're gonna have to come over there and deflate your head a little bit because I know your head big now. Look, Calvin, DJ Calvin in the building. What's up? That's one of my guys right there, y'all. Now, see, I talk about mentors and things. That's one of my mentors right there. That's one of my DJ mentors. That guy right there been doing this thing a long, long time. And you want to get into a conversation about music and how to play music at a set, that's the fella right there.
Hey,
he can break it down for you. For sure. He been at the game a long time. Let's see. Sheila White says, because many Chicagoans have gotten complacent with the different variations. I agree with that. There definitely needs to be more foot stomping. Get these things cleared up. Preferment. Brian said the music choices were good, seeing that you could not, per legalities, use real stepper set songs. Hours spent on music choices. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. People want to change the music or anything else should give their own set, and they can do whatever they want. Anthony, Sumner, comment of the night. Absolutely. I agree. 150%, because that is the truth.
Right, and if you don't like the music or what they doing, don't go.
Right. So
simple as that.
Because here's the bottom line. You can go out and go to a hip hop set, but here's the funny part. Even when we start talking about this music,
do they even have hip hop parties anymore?
This is where I'm ready to go.
Oh,
check this out. Mm-hmm. If they played the type of music that, and I'm not saying all young people are thugs, but if they played certain music and the wrong elements started to come into the sets. Mm-hmm. Young cats that want to stand up on a wall and mean mug each other and gangbang and all the other stuff that come with that sort of flavor. Then it's gonna be, I ain't going to that day. I ain't going to. I ain't. Mm-hmm. We don't need that in our life.
Yeah, that is.
This is grown folks
People
stuff.
feel safe and no drama.
Magnolia Crescent Orchard says stepping could be taught in schools like etiquette classes. Yes, we are working. We're working in that direction. Please believe it. Elamar says, to wrap this show up, hope we keep step in the authentic dance it is, and strong teachers like Josiah find a way to pass it on. What milestones can we do before the end of the year as a community? We are working on that as we speak. Lamar. I do want to say, though, before we wrap this up, there is a necessity for the authenticity to remain in its proper place and in context as it pertains to this dance and how we not only present the dance, but how we execute the dance and how we coexist within the dance as a community. It is necessary for us to try and learn as much as we can. Myself, I am still a student of this dance, and I will be until they check me up out of here. And that makes me, this is the segue where I talk about what Lamar is saying, and that being with the untimely passing of my man, Mr. Henry, last week, Valeria's partner, husband, business partner, and everything else. Every week, every month, we lose somebody. We're losing people. We don't see it coming. None of us know what's next. And the simple fact of the matter is that as the older generation passes on, if we don't leave it here, not just leave it here, but leave it here properly, we stand to lose an awful lot. So it is critically important that the passes be revoked that have been given that allow particular behaviors, particular misunderstandings, the lacks of clarity, and that we get things back on the right track to the point where at least when a time comes where there is no longer an inside step, and maybe hopefully there'll be something that'll replace it, that there are people who are giving you the game the right way and in its proper perspective and in its proper context without self-serving lies and confusion, so that we can all enjoy, or our children and our children's children can enjoy this into the future, especially due to the fact that this dance is created by us, for us, in a city where we had this as an outlet, and in fact has saved many lives and brought a lot of people through a lot of pain and a lot of trouble.
I'm glad you said that, because that's one thing we didn't touch on. Some of the other dances that you have named previously, for sure, we know a Chicago dance is a black dance, because some of these dances are not black. They didn't start out black. They might be black, but this is truly a black dance.
This dance was originated by some young people. This version, Steppin, whatever you want to, whatever your definition for it is, being a spinoff of another variation of this dance, is a black-owned, operated, created, executed dance, period. And that needs to be held on to.
Read the last two comments.
Okay, I guess we're going to get out of here. Yeah, we over.
Okay.
Let's see. Wesley J says, people say younger music, but I need someone 18 to 23 to tell me what music it is, because the people saying younger music are all 35 and up. Well, you got a lot of older folks who want to relive their childhood, and I'm talking about some folks in their 50s and 40s. I don't see.
That's because they didn't have a childhood.
Yeah, and all that. You want to dance to really upbeat, fast music? Go swing out. They got it for you over there. That ain't stepping. Stepping is not intended. This was a dance for players. This was a dance for cool people. Back in them days, I used to would sit up and I see cats come in the club and have on a whole doggone mink coat, hat, get on the floor and never bust a sweat. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't hear me. I'm talking about this was for players. This was for smooth cats. And I'm talking about the guys that we looked up to coming up that was in the game, the ones that was older than me. I used to stand around and just watch, like, wow, look at that. Wow, you know. Let's see.
You got all,
yeah, okay. Let's see. Jerry says, what about some of these old ballrooms that are boarded up? Can we renovate and use them for stepping? Oh, absolutely. If you got the bread, Look, people be complaining about going to some of these sets. You know they ain't gonna put up too much money for that. But you know, all of it sounds good.
Yeah, if you're complaining at $20, $25, yep, you're right.
Yeah. Anthony Sumner said, I've been stepping for about 10 years at different venues around the country. In that time, I've never seen a fight. The reasons, the music. And man, right. I agree. I agree 100%.
Look to your book. You ain't gonna get you all hyped up.
You ain't got no lie. That music will melt. It'll cool you out. For real, for real. I agree with that. Now, in terms of, the Grand Ballroom is one of the oldest dance venues that's still around today.
I can't remember what the history today is. I said it on the show before when we were talking to the owner, but I can't remember. I think 1911.
It's been around a very, very long time. In fact, Poppy's grandmother used to dance there.
Yes.
Elamar says, amen, and hope we get rid of the BS and act as grown folks that we are. Being proud of the dance sounds like another T-shirt, Poppy. Hey.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's see.
It was something that was up there that was good. I don't know where it went.
Don Juan used to be at the door when I would walk in the club. That's right, Jerry. You already know. Pimp of the year. Don't play no games. The godfather of pimping. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think that's going to about do it. Let me see. What's up, Dre, in the building? He said the thug started stepping. Look. That's one of my cradle to the grave right there. Andre Horton, the mayor of 79th Street in the house. What's up, baby? What you doing?
I was just trying to find.
Yeah, man, look. So, and the whole thing is, even my man Dre, me and Dre, we go back, man. I don't even remember, Dre, was it third grade, third grade, something like that?
So
and, still in the game, still here. We still here. Dre,
yeah,
hey, Dre,
dancer.
We still here, baby. We still here. That's what matters. That part right there. Dwan Dallas, what's happening? Said back in the day was the best. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Speaking about T-shirts, everyone wants to wear a crown inside Steppin.
Get to pop your collar, baby. All right.
And we have towels for guys, gentlemen. So you can inbox.
We got to go.
You can inbox us if you need a shirt. Okay. We gone.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We were just hanging out tonight, just kicking it, talking to y'all, answering questions, just having a good time. And sometimes that's all you need to do. And we did that. So, like I said, y'all got a kind of an idea what our schedule is moving forward. We're going to be very busy in August and September. So y'all look for us in a city near you. Or either you need to bring your tail to the city we in and come on and kick it with Inside Steppin'. You dig. Did we cover everybody's events? We got everybody, right?
To my knowledge, okay. Yes. And remember, COVID is out here. Get some hand sanitizers, promoters, and put on them tables. Yeah. And Valerie O'Connor, Miss Denim and Diamonds, prayers out to you, my dear. I hope that you are being able to keep your strength up. If there's anything we can do with Inside Steppin', you let us know. We love Mr. Henry a whole lot. And, man, all I can say is we're going to be with you in the building the end of September, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to honor that man and do what he would do, because I know how he get down. You dig? All right. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming through, tuning in, hanging out, kicking it, doing what you do. And I'm going to leave you with my favorite Steppers quote that, of course, I created. Good night, good night.
Never measure an event by the quantity of people in attendance, but by the quality of memories you create with the people who are present. Y'all always remember that. It ain't about them numbers. It's about who's there. Joe say you look straight out of the 70s.
Thank you. I had to buy my hair, though. Brand's just natural.
Silly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to have a good night. Love you all. Thank you so much.
Love you. Good night.
Deuces.
Thank you.
We out of here. You have my dinner ready?
You ate dinner already.
Man, don't be playing with me, man.
2-3 times since you came home. You're not about
the views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts. Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. Man, you better get my food ready.
I think you're reading a little too damn fast.
I don't think so. I think you wish you could. Now, that's what I think.
Read that fast? No.
I think you wish you could read as fast as me.
He ate already.
That's right.
I don't think it's still here. You had dinner.